God created the universe for one main reason, to glorify Himself. And as humans, He's given us the unique responsibility and privilege to do this. Today, I want to talk about what this looks like on social media. Now, this past Sunday, we talked about 1 Corinthians 10:31, which says, "So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do all to the glory of God." Now, when we talk about doing something to the glory of God or glorifying God, what the Bible means is it's talking about showing how important God is, that He is of supreme importance. He is the most glorious being in the universe. So whatever we do, we are supposed to do in such a way that other people can recognize how purposeful, meaningful, important God is. Now, this verse says that we're to do all to the glory of God. So this means that it's not only going to church, it's not only reading our Bibles and praying, it's about brushing teeth and putting on shoes and driving our cars and every other big thing and little thing that we do in life. Everything is supposed to be done in a way that glorifies God. Now, here's the beautiful thing about this. This is not a burden for us. Now, we may think it is, but when we surrender our lives to Jesus and receive new hearts, our new hearts desire to glorify God because that's what God created us to do apart from sin. When we are living righteously, we long to glorify God. Now today, I really want to talk about glorifying God on social media, because social media is a big part of our world, and we need to think about, as Christians, how glorifying God plays out here as well. And really what I want to do is highlight a principle on how to do that, because glorify God, that's a big thing in our minds on social media. So here's the principle. Encourage others to embrace God's good design for creation. So when you post, think about how you can be encouraging others who read your post, who see your pictures, to embrace God's good design for creation. Now remember, the devil perverts God's good design. And because the devil twists and perverts God's design for reality, for relationships, for creation, he brings not life, but destruction. So let me just talk about some quick ways that we can encourage God's good design for creation. Well, when you post, look to highlight the beauty of marriage, for example. God created marriage, and marriage is meant for life. And we want to not complain, but we want to celebrate our spouse and celebrate this unique relationship that God has given us. We also want to highlight the beauty of children and parenting our children. Of course, we know that there are challenges in marriage, there's challenges with children and parenting, but we're seeking to highlight the goodness of God's design in these things. We can also highlight the beauty of humor. You know, God created humor. We didn't come up with it, God did. And so there's humorous things that we can post on social media that are appropriate, and this can also bring glory to God. We can highlight foods. God's the creator of foods and flavors and the textures and even the way that foods look. And we can highlight the beauty of God's foods that He's provided for us. Also, you know, we have adventures in life. We get to experience new things. And this is also part of being human and how God created us. And then just lastly, just God's creation in general. We can highlight the beauty of animals and landscapes and sunsets. These are all ways that we are emphasizing the beauty of God's good design. We're celebrating it, and we can do that with our words and also with our images. You know, the bottom line, as we seek to live out 1 Corinthians 10:31, let's be Christians on social media who are bringing life and not death to the world.